she's just got such a fascinating tone, hasn't she?
Sound check.
G'day everyone, welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan, and today we are, once again, because you keep requesting me to do more reviews of Diana Ankudinova. I'm getting better. I think I'm getting better at the pronunciation of her name. Diana is a fascinating voice, and this performance is of her at the age of 18, so still relatively young. She's singing a Russian folk song called "Oh, It Is Not Yet Evening." So the whole thing is in Russian, a language that I do not personally speak, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. There's something about folk songs in every culture. I don't know whether it's because it draws us back to our childhood, because often that's where we learnt them, that's where we heard them, and I wonder whether we have this sort of romantic nostalgia attached to them. I personally have no romantic attachment, nostalgic attachment to this particular piece, and yet it still has this hauntingly beautiful something going on. Let's dive into the performance. There's so much for us to observe here, and not least of which is the staging, which is, you'll see for yourself, it's incredible. The graphic artists that are so integral now to a live performance, and I'm talking about the graphic artists that do all of the animation and all of the videography for us as performers, they're the unsung heroes in modern performance, and this is no different. You'll see what I mean. Let's dive in and have a listen. See what I mean by the staging? Isn't that just beautiful? And it really helps to frame the voice. And this is going to be a piece that I encourage you to go and have a listen to, beginning to end, with your eyes closed, just listening to that, as I said, that folk nature of this piece. Give yourself that opportunity to just sit in the timbre, the tone, the colour. It's beautiful. There she is. Just have a look at the way she's just sitting in it. There's something to be learnt in the skill of listening. We so often consume our music from the point of view of watching and swiping, and yet there are times when what we need to do is close our eyes and just listen. There's something special in that, and we can take a leaf out of this particular audience member's book. It's obviously a piece that everyone, this is a competition, by the way. It's called Show Must Go On. And these are, I believe these are judges. But notice how they're all singing along. There again, I think it's that nature of the folk song. And, some singers shy away from doing folky kind of pieces, but yet sometimes there's nothing better to sing than a folk derived piece, because it engages the vast majority of your audience. They're timeless pieces and they can be really powerful. Powerful to the point where you can do it in a competition like this. And my understanding is Diana goes on to win this particular round, which is round 3 of this particular piece. Let's take it back. Oh, I just love that staging. She's just got such a fascinating tone, hasn't she? Having watched quite a bit of Diana now, I wouldn't, because when I first saw her and I made some comments about the tightness of the pharyngeal wall, there's a bit of tongue root tension going on, and I actually, you know, from a technical standpoint, I stand by those comments. I say all that to say, but you know, in a funny kind of way, I probably wouldn't. You wouldn't change anything about that sound because it's so distinct, because it's such a fascinating vocal signature. As long as it is sustainable for her, and this is what we always come back to, is it healthy? Is it sustainable? Is it efficient? And they're the key attributes for her as an individual singer. We never want the singer to be under duress. We never want the singer to be creating sound in a way that is going to physically cost them, because that can spell the end of their career, you know, and it can be catastrophic. Having watched quite a few of her performances now, I don't get the feeling that those technical issues that I'm reasonably confident in saying we hear, we observe, but I don't see them as being problematic over time. And I think that's a key thing to be made, because I wouldn't want to change anything about the distinct sound. It's so important in, contemporary performance vocals that you identify in your own voice that signature. What sets you apart from other singers? What makes you the individual that you are? Your story is the first and foremost important part that sets you apart. Your story is so different to anyone else's. But then what are the characteristics of your voice that sets you apart? So many people try to shy away from that. My encouragement to you is lean into it, but make sure it's healthy, sustainable, and efficient. I love her eyes in that. Like, just watch the intensity of what she is seeing, what she's singing. This, you've heard me say it. For those of you who follow my vocal analyses closely and watch many of them, then please, if this is the first time you've ever watched one, then please take the moment to subscribe. I'd love to have you join our ever-growing family here at Voice Essentials. The eyes are the windows to your soul. She is seeing what she is singing, and as a result, we are drawn into that picture with her. Have a watch the intensity in her eyes. right there. Let's have a look at the way she preps for that. She knows it's coming up, of course, and so she readies herself for that lift, but importantly, she doesn't overdrive the lift. Have a watch. Have a look there. There's a lovely buoyancy, a real dynamic buoyancy in her body state. Have a look. You've got to kind of see it in the shadowing of that lower section of her dress where her legs are. Have a watch of that buoyancy in the knees. Her body alignment is supporting her breath management, which in turn is driving the sound. Really well done. It's a lovely example of big singing done in well-managed ways. Bending into it. See the bent knees, the soft knees. And there's a point. So that this gentleman here, he wasn't even involved earlier. He just sort of sitting back. But the power of the folk song eventually just gets him. He can't help but find himself enjoying and engaging in the piece. Have a watch of the lead into that. It really does, affirm the point I was making earlier. I think she's wonderful. I really do. The Russian people, I think, would be, understandably very proud of having her within their artistic space. And she also comes across as being beautifully innocent and having this lovely nature to herself. And she is a fascinating sound, isn't she? Let me know in the comments section below. What are your thoughts around her signature sound? Is it something that you like? Remembering that, music is diverse. It grabs us in different ways, and what appeals to one person may not appeal to another. But I'm keen to know what you think, particularly of Diana's voice. Please, again, take that time to subscribe to the channel, because we do these analyses every week, and sometimes we do them twice a week. And so I'd love to have you join our ever-growing family of singers from across the globe who, just like you, love singers like Diana, but also this is a Learn to Sing channel. They love to learn to sing, and we'd love to have you join us. I look forward to seeing you in the next Voice Essentials vocal analysis. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.